Okay, let's get right into it. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on something you've probably seen 1,000 times but never really thought about. What a fly is doing when it lands on your food. And let me tell you, what you think is happening, well, it's not even close to the whole story.
So let's start with this very simple question. You see that little fly land on your sandwich, you shoo it away, but what did it actually do in that split second it was there? You might figure it was just taking a little walk, maybe trying to take a tiny nibble. The truth, though, is a whole lot weirder.
So to really understand what's going on, we have to set the scene a bit. We've all been there, right? But for a minute, let's try looking at this whole situation from the fly's perspective.
Just picture it. You're at a picnic, maybe a backyard barbecue, you've got this perfect slice of watermelon, and then you hear it. Buzz, bzzz, and bam, it lands. That tiny little insect has just run into a huge problem. But, the problem isn't yours, it's the fly's.
And that brings us to the fly's big challenge. For this little guy, your piece of solid food is kind of like a locked treasure chest. It can smell all that good stuff, it can land right on top of it, but it can't just, start eating.
And here's why. This is the fundamental difference between us and them. We've got teeth, we've got jaws, a whole system built for biting and chewing solid food into smaller pieces. A fly? It has absolutely none of that. It is physically impossible for a fly to chew.
Which of course leads to the big question, right? If a fly can't chew, how in the world is it planning to eat your cheeseburger or that piece of apple? Well, it has to get creative, and its solution is definitely something else. Okay, you might want to brace yourself because this is really the heart of it all. The fly's method for eating is, well, it's incredibly effective, but it's also pretty disgusting. Let's break down exactly how it turns your solid lunch into its own liquid meal. So it all happens in a few quick steps. First, and there's really no nice way to put this, the fly basically vomits. It spits up a drop of its own digestive juices right onto your food. And this isn't just spit. We're talking a powerful mix of enzymes that starts dissolving the food on contact, turning it into a soupy little puddle. The real magic or gross-out factor is in this saliva. It is just packed with enzymes made for one purpose, to digest food outside of the fly's body. The fly is basically turning your plate into its own personal stomach, starting the whole digestion process before it's even taken a single bite. So, once the food has been turned into this pre-digested mush, the fly is finally ready to eat. The feast can begin. You see, a fly's mouth part, it's called a proboscis. It's basically the spongy little pad that works just like a straw. The fly dunks it right into that nutrient soup it just made on your plate and simply sucks it all up. Yep, it turns your solid meal